In this video, I'm just going to recap on the reminder of the differences between timelines and plans within Jira, especially now since it's so easily confused within their new user interface and navigation. So here you can see when you first log into Jira, if you go and you access your project, in this example I'm in the NPD demo project, I'm under the Scrum board, here you can see that there is a timeline here. When you access the timeline from the project and a board, this timeline is the timeline that does not have all of the advanced functions that plans comes with within Jira. And so if you do have a premium Jira subscription, in order to avoid building out a timeline in this view and under a board, what I recommend you do is click on this ellipses icon that says More Actions over this timeline. And so again, to do this, you would navigate to your project, you would click the board that you want to navigate to, and you would find timeline here on this top navigation bar. What you can do is when you hover over timeline, this ellipses icon appears. Go ahead and click that and actually select remove. What this does is it just removes it from this navigation bar. Don't worry, you can always add it back. If you click this plus icon and go to add to navigation, you can still add back that timeline. Click add to navigation and it will reappear here. What you can also do is you can click and you can drag this back in the order in which you want them to appear on this navigation bar. This is one of the new functions with the new user interface that Jira has released, is the ability to customize this navigation bar based on your individual user preferences. But what I always recommend is clicking this ellipses icon that says More Actions and just removing that timeline. The reason that I recommend this is because it'll prevent you from logging in as a project manager and accessing that timeline and accessing the incorrect timeline and making your edits there. Instead, what I would recommend doing, again, is removing that, and then you can see when you navigate to the Scrum board, it no longer appears, which is a good indicator that you actually need to go to this plans dropdown and access the NPD demo plan. Because again, when you access a plan within Jira, these are the plans that have all of the bells and whistles and the additional functions that you pay for with a premium subscription or license. So just a reminder, plans within Jira have all of the bells and whistles and the advanced features that most project management teams find useful. However, the basic subscription within Jira, so the standard subscription, does come with that timeline function that was originally underneath this Scrum board. And so like I said, if you do have the standard, you'll always have access to that timeline function, but it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. If you pay for premium, then I recommend removing it from this customizable user navigation board.